Perspective Noir, yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, we have a resident French man here, so he's gonna speak us through how to say the name, innit?
I said, you said it fire.
Yeah. Perspective Noir. All right. I don't really want to start this episode by like talking too much about ourselves or too much of the podcast, because this one's for like a greater meaning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, if it's all right with everyone, I'll start by naming off some of the people who have like been a victim to police brutality or just any sort of racism in any way. If I can find my list, that would be helpful. I mean, if you know some off the top of your head, just name some now. You know what I'm saying? Just get some out there. Anyone? Yeah, don't all speak at once.
Okay, Trayvon Martin,
Yeah.
Sandra Bland, Philando Castillo, Alton, Emmett Till.
Yeah.
All of the people.
Alright, I got my list. Alright. Alton Sterling, Philando Castillo, Oscar Grant, Sandra Bland, Freddie Gray, Sam Dubose, Philip White, Travares McGill, Kimani Gray, Kenneth Chamberlain, Eric Harris, Paul Smith, John T. Wilson, Gregory Towns. Like, it's kind of mad that we hear these names and some of them you don't even recognize them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
mad that these are just the ones we know about. Like,
yeah.
Bro, that's the
the
mad
thing.
thing
These are
too.
the only ones reported for.
And one thing, yeah, is that these are the ones that have been confirmed down to racism, fam. Because one thing that I've seen throughout this George Floyd one is that people who oppose like the protests and everything, what a lot of them say is like it's not really been confirmed that this George Floyd thing was down to race. You know what I'm saying? So just hearing this list and hearing that everything, like hearing that these ones are confirmed, like it's bait, it's clear to see down to race, and that the list of people are so strong. Because if you see the list in front of my face, like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the font that they had to put it down to write all these names, and I don't even think I saw George Floyd on this. Oh yeah, George Floyd's right at the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
That's the same with my list, fam. And
Yeah.
even on my list, it's a 22-minute listen of just all the names.
That is crazy, man. That's crazy. But one thing I did want to speak about on this podcast is I just want to ask you, man, why do you think George Floyd, like, why was it this case that garnered this much attention?
it was so graphic. Like
Yeah.
the video. Like one thing you gotta remember is like because we can obviously record things and put it out into the world. It's a lot easier for people to kind of see things, get motivated, and then want to rise up. So with that video, it was so graphic and so blatant that, like, yeah, and people are just tired.
I think one thing that sparked the outrage as well was fucking, you know how his hands were in his pocket and like the smug look on his face.
Bro, he was chilling.
It was
Lots of
disgusting.
comments of his face. It was that hand in his pocket because like he was so comfortable in the situation, like he's all in power, while someone on the floor clearly saying he cannot breathe.
Yeah.
You think to yourself,
And
like, what's happening? It's not only just that police officer, because there's another police officer there, and there's actually not even that. There was
a couple
police
bodies on him.
officers
There was
Yeah,
four,
there was a couple bodies on him.
There was a couple,
all been
yeah.
charged.
I saw some pictures the other day. There's actually more than just one. So you're thinking,
The
not
thing
just
about-
him, but all the other police officers just stood there, didn't even say anything. You just think, just what's going on? That's why people are
The
getting.
thing about the hand in the pocket, yeah, is that like, you know, the knee on the neck. Okay, it's not really a police move, innit? It's like it's more meant to be knee on the shoulder blades, yeah. But knee on the neck is not something that's forbidden. But the thing about him having his hands in his pocket means he was not trying to hold his weight at all, fam. Like he wanted all of his weight on that neck, fam. Like that's so crazy. Because if you are trying to restrain, if you're trying to restrain, you have a hand on the car or hand on the floor or something. You know what I'm saying? Something to kind of hold yourself back. And the thing is, yeah, bro, his knee was on his neck long after he stopped responding, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like long after, because they claimed he was resisting. I never actually saw resistance.
There was no resistance.
There was none, G.
That's the thing. I never actually saw resistance, fam.
But
But
that's the thing. That's what they would say. Like, imagine there was no cameras there.
that's so crazy. You never would have heard of it,
Imagine
man.
there was no cameras
Never
there.
would have heard of it.
Exactly.
I don't know how someone can watch that video and then try and dispute the fact that he was trying to hurt that man or take his life.
Bro, he was
You
trying
know
to
what I
kill
mean?
that man.
I don't know how anyone can watch the video and try and even dispute that fact.
But the main
See
dispute,
people.
yeah.
You see how people try to get onto that girl because she was just filming it.
Yeah,
Nah.
because she's not getting.
You know what it
Because
is?
she's
People don't clock, yeah.
traumatized.
It's too like there's not much you can really do when you're
Yeah.
filming.
Yeah,
The
in
filming
America,
is the most you can
G,
do.
you'll be the next on the floor.
Exactly,
Yeah,
you'll turn to
exactly.
You know what I'm
statistics
saying?
just by
You'll
trying
be
to
the
help
next on the
out.
floor. Although that's better, that is better that more people on the floor, because then it'll be a thing where, oh, then this is big outrage. You know what I'm saying? One man, people might not react the same way, but if there's hella man on the floor, then it's like, okay, calm. Someone go do something.
What would you man do if you was the one taking that video? Would you try
Me,
I
and help?
feel I feel as a black male, we have to be extra careful in situations like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Especially in
Same with
America,
any
because you
excuse.
see how quick things can escalate from just a casual argument or dispute into gun violence so quickly,
bro.
so quickly. So I thought if I was in that situation, I'll probably step further back and record it because I'm not even trying to get in a situation where they're saying I'm trying to interfere. I'm not trying to give them any reason to even
Yeah.
try to shoot or arrest me. So I feel like we have to be even more careful.
But it's a thing where how long can you sit there and just record, fam? How long
That's
can
what
you
I
sit there?
mean.
How long can you
Yeah.
sit there without like getting angry to the point that you're gonna hop in, fuck all the consequences?
It's not even anger. It's like watching the man die, and you know if you don't get
Bro,
involved, he's gonna.
that's the
Like,
thing.
what do you do?
And you can see the death. You can see the life draining out of his eyes, fam. You know what I'm saying, man? That's so fucked. But for me, I'm probably hopping in, but you have to be bare careful about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
can't
not just rushing. Yeah,
you can't hop in with any aggression, fam. I can't lie. You have to hop in with logic and reasoning. That's the only thing.
But
You
for
know what I'm
me,
saying?
I thought like I wouldn't even try go to the officer actually kneeling. I'll talk to the officer who was actually telling us to step back. Like his partner, I'll tell him to
yeah.
tell him to stop. Like you not see what your partner's doing. Like
See, the
Um,
fact that
but
we even have to think about how we approach the officers
bro,
and a white
bro,
male wouldn't even have to. Do you know what I mean? So anyone listening who questions whether like microaggressions and racism like that exist, this is a pure example. To be honest.
It's not even that, you know. There was two other officers as well in his body as well. One
yeah,
on his
yeah,
leg, the
yeah.
other
There
in
was
his
a couple
chest.
man over.
Yeah, it was
That's the
three on
main thing
him.
to remember.
It was three on
That's
him, and
crazy.
then one standing away.
But the question, what if no one was recording? That's a big one, you know, because even when you deep it, recording itself is not enough, fam. Because look at Ahmad Arbery, fam. Gee, recording happened on the day, fam. No
yeah,
one heard nothing about it. I mean, obviously, me here, I didn't hear. I'm not gonna speak for anyone, but I didn't hear anything about it until it was big outrage after a couple
Yeah,
of months, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
After a couple of months, after there was outrage after a couple of months, that's when people started getting involved. You know what I'm saying? And then that's finally when the policeman got arrested, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because them man weren't even like under any caution, any investigation until it was big outrage on social media, fam.
but that's the great thing about social media. Like that's the great thing about social media. Like you remember the Blackout Tuesday? See how big
Yeah.
that movement was, and that was just all on social media. Like I don't think this whole George Floyd thing would have got to how big it is if it wasn't for social media at all. So I think it's a good thing how we're using that platform. But
yeah.
we're having this like conversation before that now we have all this attention like from the media. What's the next steps?
That's what I was gonna bring it to, fam. But even before that conversation, yeah, you man, why do you think like? Actually, I don't want to repeat the same question. Why do you think the whole Black Lives Matter movement has this much support now? You
because
know
of
what I'm saying? Because so many men have been killed before. You know what I'm saying? Even the only time I remember this much like support from non-black people, because now actually even you know Sandra Bland, didn't it? That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Sandra Bland, we had support, but I don't think it was this much non-black support from. You know what
I
I'm saying?
think usually, like, we're outraged but we kind of keep it within like our just like within black people. Whereas now we're kind of
Yeah.
saying to non-black people, how can you just sit back, watch this, and not say anything? Especially the ones who have black friends or the love of black or whatever. So it's more that we're trying to hold others accountable for kind of just being passive and bystanders. And also because obviously our generation is a little bit more progressive. So non-black people, I think, do speak out a little bit more.
And true, so, and when yeah, here, you know when the George Floyd thing happened, yeah, and then we're now screaming Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. How do you man feel? I don't know if you man seen it, obviously, but how do you man feel about people calling out their white friends, asking them why have you not said anything? How do you man feel about that?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. If I was a white person in this situation, if I'm being absolutely honest, I don't think I'd say nothing. You know, it's a very fine line to.
Well, it depends though.
The thing is, yeah, I
Go
feel
on.
like they're getting attacked. Whatever they do, they're going to get attacked somehow. I
Yeah,
feel like
that's
if they
why I
do
say it
post
depends.
something, some people are going to be like, "Oh, you weren't saying nothing before," but now I see everyone else posting it, you're posting.
Bang.
And then again,
Exactly, I've been
if you
seeing
don't
that.
Lose.
if you don't
But
post it, now you're for them. Or
I,
you're worse than the racist, just being silent. You're condoning it. So what are they meant to do? Like,
at the
that's
same
seem
time, like I think it's very important to kind of look at the like who's doing, because there are some people, like I said, like they literally engross themselves in black culture. They only like to surround themselves around black people. They like to tweet about black culture and things black people are doing all the time. So if you're someone that already tweets about black things all the time, but then when it comes to racism, you're not, that's when I have a problem. I'm not saying
yeah,
it's
that's
okay
true.
for
I agree
people
with
that
that.
aren't engrossed in it to not, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
I
only
agree.
time I have a proper problem.
Yeah,
To
because
be honest,
I seen bare people like bare calling out white, like all their white friends saying, "Oh, this why I don't chat to you." People are saying they're not gonna chat to them
yeah,
again. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
uh,
yeah,
Like,
to be honest, I would
that was crazy to me. Personally, that was crazy to me.
to be honest, I would say that if you're a white person in this situation, you have to say something because,
Mm.
as they said before, silence is violence. Like if you're being silent, it means you're condoning what's going
Bro,
on. It's better for you to, it's better for you
what?
to say something. It's better for you to say something and speak out about it, and then people come at you saying, "Oh, you were never saying anything before,"
Yeah,
and then you can be like, "Oh yeah, because I didn't realize the mass of the situation until now."
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
But see, important thing to remember, yeah. Like I'm saying, like love to all the white people that supported. You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Like, gee, because that's the support we need right now. Black people only
All
is not
non-black
enough.
people, yeah.
That's really, yeah, it's really not enough. We've tried that before. We've tried that
yeah,
so many times before.
I've seen at the
Yeah.
That's
protests
why
as well.
it's so beautiful to see non-black people about
So
it. But
many.
what I don't want, yeah, because the reason why I didn't like people like calling out their white friends is what I don't want is that fake love. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that fake support. I don't want you to support just because you feel guilty. I don't want you to
Yeah,
support just because someone has told you to support. You know what I'm saying? Just because someone is getting onto you, or for the fear of people getting onto you. Like I want that real
yeah.
genuine support, fam.
I saw a video on that actually that you're speaking about. I'm not sure if you saw the video as well, but it's literally saying the exact same thing as you. They're saying there's no point having someone on your side who's only on your side because
you got pressure.
because yeah, like
Yeah.
not from actually seeing what's happening, not from like their own initiative because you said so. So when it actually gets real in a situation,
When push comes to
They're,
shove,
they're
yeah, they're
different, yeah.
gone. They're gone. They're not there anymore. Why would you want that
that's
support?
the thing,
That's
man. But yeah, Aaron, you mentioned the protest, didn't it? I didn't go to the protest on Wednesday. Obviously, I was working on that. But Aaron, can you speak through like what you saw and like, how the protest was in it?
It was actually really nice, you know, fam. Because the amount of people, I would probably say I've seen the same amount of black people as I've seen white people. Like there was actually a lot of like diversity there. Like, I was expecting just a whole load of black people and a few white people here and there, but there was a lot of
Yeah.
people. Even the people that were like kind of like leading the march, there was a lot of white people near the front as well. Like they were really about it. They came
That's
through the
so
side,
beautiful, fam.
oh, what did you go?
supporting it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
went Wednesday.
What?
I went
Where was this? Where was this? Want to know?
This from
to
Hyde Park,
Trafalgar
innit?
Square.
March
Oh,
to
Oh,
Downing Street.
scene. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's so beautiful, man. I actually wish I could have gone, fam, but work
Yeah, I
fucking
don't know. I don't know.
bro, man. That's beautiful though, fam.
they were really out there supporting for real.
But
So
true
many.
say yeah. But back to what people mentioned then. Now that we've got that support, because that's one thing I realized, fam. Like we've got more support than ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't know
We
if you
can't
man
wait.
because it's more than just black and whites. It's companies, bro. These are the real difference makers.
Institutions.
You know what I'm saying? Gee, these are the real these are the real difference makers. If you want to see how powerful business is, yeah, look at Donald Trump. Why is he president, fam? Because he killed business. You know what I'm saying? He was so good at business. That's why gee, what did this man know about politics before he hopped into presidency?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
mad.
He's just
Real
so
estate
good at
got him to
business. He's
prison.
so good at money. You know what I'm saying, G? And that's how strong business is. So now seeing that businesses have now taken onto our fight, because like, I haven't been on social media too much, but one I did see and one that really called out to me, bro, PlayStation, fam. Because
Yeah.
PlayStation was meant to, it was like a launch
Yesterday.
event, wasn't it? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
yesterday.
Launch the
Yeah,
PS5.
they was meant to do. They was meant to do
They
that
said
event where they were showing off the PS5, all of that. Yeah, they
They
locked
said
the
louder.
whole thing
Locked it
off.
off.
They said
They
louder.
locked the whole team,
Frank
whole
as
thing
well.
off, fam. You know what I'm saying, fam? Like, that's so beautiful, man. That's when I knew that this is the amount of power that we have right now. This we have more power right now. We have more influence right now in this fight and in this struggle than we ever have. But my
yeah.
question is, what are we gonna do with it? Because that's what I've been speaking to people about this whole week, like since it all started. Like, we've got support right now. You know what I'm saying? More people are listening. All eyes are on us, because black people, yeah, we're good at garnering attention. You know what I'm saying? But look at our music. You know what I'm saying? Look at the
Word.
books we write. Look at the TV shows, the movies that we create. Look how Blue Story killed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I have to say. Go in a club. You're hearing black tunes, fam. You know what I'm saying? Even if there's no black people at the party, you know Bashment or something is playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
I'm
done.
not
Hey,
sure.
you done now.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't carrying, but
Focus.
but yeah, man. Like, black people are good with the influence. Like, we can get people on our side. We've got all eyes watching us right now, but what are we gonna do with it? Because what I was saying to myself, yeah, is like, all these protests are nice, yeah, but I feel like after all of these protests, we're not gonna be happy with the outcome. Like,
We won't be.
we're not gonna be happy with like how life is after all these protests stop. Because for me, we haven't really asked for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because
Literally.
when it comes to teachers, going on strike, or like any type of workers going on strike and that, they have said to themselves, we are not going back to work. We are not touching work. We're not doing anything until this or that is done. You know what I'm saying? Until you raise my pay to this much,
Yeah.
until you raise the conditions to this much, until you do this, until you do that. I'm saying this is what, as black people, we need to do. We need to demand. You know what I'm saying? Now
That's
that we have got all the eyes on us, now that we've got business people on us, billionaires on us, millionaires on us, you know what I'm saying? Real change makers on our side, we now need to decide what we want and publish it.
I think that one thing we are entitled to, one thing I've seen other minority groups get, is reparations. And do you know
Yeah.
what gets me mad? When black people bring up reparations, a lot of a lot of white people sometimes think, well, how can you even, don't be ridiculous. But bro, like, Jewish people got reparations. I don't want to bring it to other minorities too much after the Holocaust. And you can't act like the black struggle's only been recent and small. It's been going on for centuries. So
Mm.
how we haven't been
Nearly half a
compensated
thousand
in
years.
any way, shape, or form, to me is crazy. So I don't
It's
think it's even.
it's
I think it's
very
obvious that
interesting.
we are.
It's very interesting that you brought this up. I posted something on my Instagram story. I don't know if you might watched it yet, but you know Steph London, she posted like a long, okay, it wasn't long. It's like 6 minute video of one Ghanaian author speaking about like how the whites have like robbed Africa, how they stolen our minerals. They stole cocoa, they stole gold, they stole diamonds, they stole oil. You know what I'm saying? All the things that they have built there, like wealth of, have come from us. Obviously not all the things, but I'm saying a lot of the things that they've built their wealth on, a lot of the things that this country stands on to this day has come from us. And what I saw in the comment section was kind of mad. It was like, this white woman was saying, yeah, look, yeah, she talks about how much white people have robbed us, white people have robbed them, this, but she fails to mention about the billions of pounds that we send as aid to Africa every year. I'm like, bro, like aid?
What?
do Do you not
This is
realize
what
that?
me ignorant. It's the
I
ignorance.
like
Do you
the
not
aid
realize
Not
that
because of you, bro.
the aid? We need the aid because
Exactly.
you have robbed us, fam.
Now, what are you talking about?
the
It's like me.
ignorance.
It's like
It's
me
like
beating you up and taking you to the hospital, fam, and be like, "Oh,
A
you owe
lie.
me." You know what I'm saying?
Impolite.
I didn't. I didn't
You
have
owe
to.
me.
But,
Saved your life.
we're even now, right?
You see what that is, yeah?
It don't make
It's
sense.
because the people in power know full well that like the aid is just like what she's talking about is like them spitting in our face. But there's the people that aren't as clued up that kind of believe that they don't owe anyone anything because they've taken it and now it's theirs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Prince has seen it because I posted on my story and he slapped up to it. It was Malcolm X. He was talking about how he said he made an analogy about it and he was like, oh, they put if someone stabs you in the back with a 9-inch knife and they pull out 6 inches, that's not progress. If they pull out 9 inches, it's still not progress.
That's deep,
You have to progress is when you heal the wound. That's
It's
the
the
healing.
healing.
bro.
Yeah.
That's deep.
The
The
reparation.
healing progress.
Anyone listening to this, I want them to rewind that and listen to that bit again because that's
Bro,
deep.
word.
Nah, real
It's
talk.
it's about it.
It's the same. It's the same analogy with when they say, "Oh, the UK is less racist." It's still racist. I'm
It's
not
still
celebrating a
You know what I'm
country
saying?
that's.
Less racist
You know
ain't
what I
good
mean?
enough,
Don't
man.
be,
Less racist ain't good enough.
like I should be. I should be happy, overjoyed, going around thanking people for being less racist
A
than
lie.
people
You
are
know
in
what I'm
another part.
saying?
Of, it's ridiculous.
Let me go find my medals for my way. I'll go get you one. Wait. Fuck's sake, man.
Oh, did you man see what Tobe Jizzle posted?
Nah.
Yeah,
He made like he did the Twitch thing and he started breaking down crying.
bro.
And you said
That
this,
was
yeah, that story is deep, and you're explaining how what was it? How it's fucked. How he must have went to a football match one time. Was it Italy? Was it an Italy game or
I think
something?
so. Juventus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Juventus. So he went to Italy, and he was telling me how he went there. The fans were just staring at him, and he knew about the racism there, but he was thinking to himself, "Ah,
In
maybe they
Italy.
haven't seen a black person before." But then he said to himself, he always finds himself constantly making excuses for people.
Bro, I do the same.
Like, why is he making excuses for people?
Wow.
Black
Yeah.
person. And I thought to myself, you're right, you know. Like, Bin Man thing is 2020. Why are we making excuses for people being racist?
Mm,
Like, there should be no reason for it whatsoever.
there should be.
And you
No,
went on to break down and say
Yeah.
how
Wow.
when he's looking for a house to move, he has to search up if that area is racist or not. And I was thinking, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You know, that's fucked. You got to be able to deep it. Like, for us, we have to go through all this extra shit just because of racism.
And
And
for
like, we need
anyone
people to
listening
understand it.
that believes white privilege don't exist, here again is an example of why it does.
White privilege.
Yeah, we need to cover a whole episode on that, though. I can't lie, man.
Bro, that's
not
another one.
really.
I'm not
really
Kamal's ready for that one, fam.
Oh my god.
Kamal could talk on that.
Do you know what? When let's not do it now. Let's not. Yeah, you're right. That's a whole other episode.
Episode 8. You man, tune in next.
That's another one.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's a whole.
let me shift off somewhere else then.
Mm.
One thing, because I got in a debate about this the other day. You know, what do you man think about the phrase "all lives matter"?
Oh,
All of
That's
these
like
man is a
bullshit.
terrible
This thing.
phrase. Terrible.
It's like making light of the situation. It's like when you tell someone something really deep that's happened to you, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I felt the same thing when I dropped my ice cream cone on the floor." It's like, no,
do you know what I
it's
mean?
not.
Fam.
The thing is,
Really
yeah,
infuriating.
we needed to understand. It's like we're not saying only Black Lives Matter. That is not
Amen.
what
That's
we're
the
saying at all.
thing.
We
We
needed
didn't
to
say only,
understand.
fam.
The
We didn't say
bro,
only.
yeah, that's
Do
the
you know
thing.
what's
We
mad?
needed to understand when we say Black Lives Matter, we're saying for this in this moment of time, we need to focus on Black lives.
Yeah. And do you know what's mad? Yeah, I guarantee you, most of the people that are saying all lives matter, they know that, but they just don't want. They don't want Black Lives Matter. Or they don't want us to get too much attention.
Yeah, they're
Do you know
taking
what I
attention
mean?
out of the message. That's why we're getting mad when people say all lives
Whether
matter.
it's
Because of
whether
course all
it's
lives
from
matter.
white people that want black people to stay downtrodden, or whether it's from another minority that are like, "Whoa, worry about us. Why are black people getting it?" Do you know what I mean? Either way, they just don't want black
Speaking
people
of
to have
that,
access.
yeah. Speaking of that, I seen someone post this the other day actually, yeah. They posted something about Syria, innit? And they were like, in Syria, it's a war zone right now, but everyone's posting about Black Lives Matter. One guy got killed by a police officer, but children are dying, lots of innocent children and families are dying every day. And I wanted to pull up to him, but I didn't speak to him. So I spoke to people who reposted it, yeah. And I said, you can't be talking about this now, even though it is a good cause, like. is like things are actually going on in other places, like it's actual issues. But when those issues were very prominent and they're all over the media and everything, no one said, oh, no one tried to like invalidate your cause. No one tried to say,
No
oh,
one.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter. What about the black people being killed? So now that we're going through oppression, we're going through struggles right now. You can't come and try and like invalidate our struggle, like try and like make us
Mm.
feel as if it doesn't matter. You see what I'm
But
saying?
it's not a competition, bro. We're all
Literally,
suffering.
it's not struggle Olympics. Like it's not a competition, fam. Like we're all going
Struggle
through the same.
Olympics.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, yeah.
I like that. I like
That's a
that.
next
Let's make
one.
It's not
that a
struggle
hashtag.
Olympics, bro.
Mm.
Really not.
Fuck, nah, I like that one.
Everyone's going through things. We have to try
That's
and
the
make it
episode
out.
name there,
I'm going
fam.
through more than you. Like it doesn't matter.
But what? Yeah. What? Because when it comes to the whole all lives matter thing, I was in one comment section because let me explain the post that I seen from. Let me go find it. It was a thing where it was one of them posts where it's like, oh, Black Lives Matter, and it's like an angry white man holding the sign All Lives Matter, and then it was a breast cancer patient. They were advertising breast cancer awareness.
Oh,
They
I
were like,
saw this.
all cancers matter.
Yeah.
It was a rape person. They were like, no means no, and the person was like, all words matter. I was like, fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
yeah.
And it's the same, you know. It's
I
exactly
don't
the
know if
same
you, I don't know if
analysis.
you man, I don't know if you man seen the other one. Yeah, it was this one was kind of funny, fam. You know where there was the two houses, fam, and one of them
Oh
was on
yeah.
fire. Yeah, two
The ones
houses.
on
One of them was on fire, and the man is bare water in the other house because he's like, oh, now all houses matter, fam. I was like, oh fuck.
Exactly the same analysis.
And then one thing I seen in the comments of that one, it was the top like comment, yeah, is some white guy was telling us that we should be saying Black Lives Matter too, and I was like. Wait, let me go
This
find
is
what
what
I
I
said.
mean, bro.
That's true. That's true.
I said possibly we could be
Nah, I
saying.
don't agree.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Hey, hold on, mate. Hold on, mate. I'm,
Calm down, mate. Calm down. Calm down.
I must have said. I understand we're all heated here, but wait. Now I must have said possibly. You know what I'm saying? Possibly we could say all Black Lives Matter too. But I must have said if you do a logical breakdown of the phrase Black Lives Matter, we haven't said that oh no one else matters. You know what I'm saying? We haven't made a comment about any other race, fam.
We literally made a statement.
We actually literally made a statement. Let me see what this let me see what this guy said. This guy said to me, "No, to say Black Lives Matter is to exclude every other race from your statement, as clearly the only race." You think I'm mad now? Hold on.
Oh,
It's to include every other race from your statement, as clearly the only race referred to in that statement is the black race. Excluding races from something sounds a little racist to me.
huh?
And if it's not wait, and if it's not trying to do this by intent, then adding two shouldn't be a problem, right? So yeah, let me go find what I replied. I think my oh shit. Yeah, I wrote a lot.
Do you remember the key part? Do you
I
remember the key
must have
part?
said, look at it like this. If I say BMWs are fast, I'm not saying that Lamborghinis aren't fast, nor am I saying that Bugattis aren't either. What I am doing is choosing a subset of a wider range of cars to talk about. Excluding races from something is racist, but it's not an event, community, etc. that I am excluding you from. It's my statement because I do not wish to refer to you right now. Imagine if the statement was changed to black people exist or black lives exist. Other races don't have the right to be angry because I haven't said that you don't exist. They are structurally the same sentence, but this one shows that point clearer. I could even say black people eat chicken, and you shouldn't be upset because I haven't said that you don't. The only way that you can be upset by certain statements if you're looking to be. I don't have a problem saying Black Lives Matter too, shown by how I said possibly when it was brought up. I don't know how BLM was created, or Black Lives Matter was created, but I believe it was a chosen slogan because it was snappy and memorable, whereas Black Lives Matter too lacks snappiness. So with BLM being an option and it making logical sense, it was used. Like I guarantee the person who started saying Black Lives Matter didn't imagine the backlash that would come from it because it wasn't created, nor is it said to create offense. If we wanted to say Black Lives don't matter, we would say it. But what we don't because our fight is for unity. We're done feeling separated. You know what I'm saying?
Click fingers.
And then the guy, oh, you think we're done?
Whoa.
He must have said no. All of those statements you mentioned are are still excluding other races. It is a statement exclusively to one race and still racist by definition. I must have told him, all right, bro.
Do you know what I mean? But he just
No,
wants you to accommodate.
but it gets to a point where you argue with someone. If they don't get your point, you're literally fighting
Fam,
yourself.
They
actually,
don't want to get it. He doesn't want to get your point.
I
That's
was
why.
getting ready for
You're
work.
just so
I was getting
arrogant,
ready for
fam.
work. Like I worked for 11 hours. I didn't care anymore. I said, all right, bro. If you
Bro,
don't get
you're
it
so
after the
much better than
BMW,
me.
I said if you don't get it after the BMW example, you're not going to get it.
Do you know what I mean?
Nevertheless, I respect the fact that you read it and tried to understand it. Hope you still took something from it. He must have said, I think the problem is I get it too well. And see, he actually made a good point here. But wait, he must have said, I think the problem is I get it too well, and the majority don't. Imagine if someone said black people commit crimes. This doesn't mean other races do not commit crimes, but there will still be outrage. For the same reason, this movement and other examples you have mentioned, because they all leave out other races from something which is the statement. So, can't lie. When I
I
read
get
the
what he's
whole,
saying,
yeah. When I read the
but it's
black people commit,
context.
bang. Oh come on, you took it right out of my it
Yeah.
right out of my mouth. Fam. It's all about the context. You know what I'm saying? It depends why you're saying black people commit crimes. If you're saying it and advertising it to kind of cast like some sort of doubt on black people or kind of change the public opinion on black people, then it's bad and it's racist. You know what I'm saying? If you're saying it's just a fact or like I haven't got an example of when you can actually just say it just like that. But I'm
That's
saying
the thing.
yeah,
Those people wouldn't ever just say that
it's
unless it was for the.
see it's always about the intent. You know what I'm saying? Like if you just listing out things, white people commit crimes, Asians commit crimes, black people commit crimes. You know what I'm saying? That's not racist. It's just like, bro, we commit crimes, we do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all about the intent. It's all about the context.
That what people do a lot of the time is they choose when they want to look at things in black and white and from a logical
You
perspective.
choose when you
When
want
you
to be
can't,
hurt.
you
Honestly,
can't.
man, that's how it is. Oh shit.
Oh, is everyone here?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, cool.
But on what
You know what it is, yeah? Earlier, my thing
I had a
kept
technical difficult. I had a technical. Wait, hold on.
earlier my thing
Give me
kept going
I,
silent, and I was like, "What's going on?" I looked at my phone, and it said poor connection. I just had to check if that was happening again.
I
well,
talk
they know
without
you
me
to
for
speak
talk
and
without me for
they know
about 20 seconds.
they know. But on what Prince was saying, yeah, I think this happens a lot. Like white people, a lot of the time want you to accommodate them. Like whenever black people have something to say or they have an issue, they want you to change it, just like for the sake of it sometimes, just so they can have an input. And I think that has a lot to do with, like, in a way, white supremacy. So they still have a bit of power over us. Do you know what I mean? Like the way they're like, okay, you've got Black Lives Matter, but nah, let us change a little something to it, and then we'll help. Like, it's just
Yeah, it's like they want you to accommodate them, innit? Yeah, I see it.
You know what they're missing. You know what they're missing out on, what they don't understand, and you can't really fault them because they're not gonna 100% understand it, but they sure should have some sort of like understanding behind it. But they're not gonna really understand it because they're not black. But what they don't get is the reason you say Black Lives Matter. Yeah, the statement or the phrase Black Lives Matter is only the reason we don't say White Lives Matter is because everyone knows White Lives Matter. Like if you're a white person, you're walking on the street, yeah, you can go wherever you want to do anything within reason and within the law.
100.
Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen to you. Like you'll just be comfy. But as a black person, there's certain things like as you said before you buy a house, you have to go and check how the racism is in that area, or see how, or if you're going to a country for a holiday, for example, Italy. I wouldn't personally go to Italy at this point because of the way the racism is over. You see what I mean? Check stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't
And
know Italy was that bad.
that
But
Italy is
Italy's bad.
terrible. Italy is
Italy's
terrible.
bad.
That's the reason why we say Black Lives Matter.
Most of Europe is
We
bad.
feel it's
Yeah.
because we feel as if they don't matter. The way we're being treated currently is as if black lives do not matter. You see what I'm saying?
Word.
Think about it.
Think about it. I mean, look, if we're done with
But
that
the thing
topic,
is,
oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying,
the thing
yeah.
is, with this whole thing going on here, this whole George Floyd protest, everything happening here, we need to understand that you're not born racist.
You're
Like,
not.
no one is
No,
actually
never.
born
Yeah, never.
racist. No one is
That's
born
what
racist.
hurts.
Yeah, and that should be proof enough that it's integral to society. Because some people, they grow up and then out of nowhere, oh, they're racist. So something must be happening
That's what I'm
within
Mm.
saying.
society,
I
within
feel like
homes, within
it's a
education.
thing where look, black people have this representation, no, this
The
reputation.
criminalization
Yeah,
of black people.
black people have this reputation, yeah, of being bad people, of being
Mm.
like whatever, scary thieves, whatever you want to call it. Like,
Passionate,
yeah,
and that's been around for centuries, by the way.
but yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think it's a thing where I don't think white people are born racist. You know what I'm saying? They're not born racist, yeah. But it's a thing where when someone has that reputation, it's easy for you not to like. It's easy for you to kind of get it too, like to kind of put it in yourself. Let's say something
Yeah,
minor
take it
happens
on.
with a black person. Let's say even something as little as road rage. You know what I'm saying? One black person cuts
Mm.
you off. One black person skips in front of you in a line somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be easy for you to start hating black people because they already have that reputation.
Yeah, but
You
but
already
who's portraying that?
that's
Who's
well,
portraying
yeah,
us like
that's
that?
what I'm saying. That's just about.
That's
Yeah,
the thing. Who's portraying us like that?
But
That's
that
just
and that's
about
the
yeah.
problem with systemic racism because you can't pinpoint it to one spot. It's ingrained in
Mm.
society. So
Thank
when we come out
you.
and say these things are happening,
Thank
they're
you.
like, and then someone asks you, "Oh, who's doing it? Where's it from?" And you can't give them a clear answer, and they're like, "Oh, okay, exactly." But they've ingrained it so deeply over like centuries, and it's just mad. It's deep.
it's not
It's
even.
Mm.
literally part of the system now.
It's
We're
part.
not
It's not even.
because
Not even.
it gets to the
Not even
point, yeah,
part
where
of the
people to
system.
understand we're not even fighting racism anymore. We're fighting the system. It has been the system for so fucking long. It's not just racism. It's the
Yeah.
system that we have to fight if we want to
You know.
get any.
You know what it is? It's not even in the system. It is the system.
I
The
trust.
whole system
Yeah.
is
Facts
Mm.
again.
built on the on the philosophy of black people going to jail, especially black men, mass incarceration of black men, and then white people being in power.
Mm.
Literally was
Oh, we
so
can do a
100%.
whole topic on this, fam. Oh my god.
Enough things we've spoken about.
you
Probably.
can watch
Yeah,
on Netflix.
that's it.
Watch it if you watch
Yeah,
first season.
another episode on like the system definitely coming. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
System
Mm.
coming, but to keep it on. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say now.
Well, this is just
What?
talking the struggle, isn't it?
Because I'm getting calls from people are calling me. It's annoying me. Wait, what was I gonna
Popular,
say?
popular.
I mean, yeah, you might talk
Uh,
first.
showing off how popular he is, fam.
Get out of here, man. Oh yeah,
Wait, we
yeah.
take it.
That's
Wait,
what
let's. We
that's
take.
what I was
Wait,
gonna
take
say.
like a little pause, or we're gonna keep going.
Nah, keep going. Keep going. Well, yeah.
Oh.
What I was gonna say, yeah, because I remember what I was gonna say now. Look, because coming back to the point of, as black people, we haven't asked for anything yet. Let's say, right now, because what I was saying to people the other day, right now, if I was someone in power, or if I was, let's even say I was Donald Trump, fam. If you ask me, like, if I was Donald Trump, right? How do you kiss your teeth that strong?
Just the thought alone, he was like,
Let's say I'm Donald Trump right now. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to stop this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, 100.
I wouldn't know how to put an end to this right now. That's my problem with us not asking
Fam,
for
Donald
anything.
Trump's fighting his own charges right now. None of us like, guy.
Let him fight.
He's got
Okay,
exposed, fighting his
say
own
that.
battles
then,
right
then
now.
let's move it away from Donald Trump. Let's say I'm anyone in power. I wouldn't know what to do to stop this. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
wouldn't know
That's
what
true
to
though.
Step
Like, where
at a
stop
do you
this
go?
time.
protest. And that's a
Step at a
real
time.
problem. That's a real problem because we can't protest forever. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? We can't protest forever, and with us not asking for anything, we're just gonna keep doing this, keep having outrage until similar to like a Sandra Bland situation, until we suddenly just stop talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how it's just gonna stop. We're gonna stop
Everyone
protesting.
knows the problem, but no one really knows how
We
to
don't know
like
the
make
But I,
solutions.
I
solutions.
can't lie, yeah. I think sometimes we have to accept, yeah, it's inevitable that we can't, we're not all going to be like, this moment that we're in right now, it's not going to be like this for forever. But at the same time, we don't have to always be passive. We have to keep speaking up. You know what I mean? And just know that, like, if we keep pressuring people in power and we ourselves as black people kind of strive for success and try to get into places of power ourselves, that things are going to get better. But we
You
just
know,
got to take it a step at a
you,
time.
you know what? Yeah, because right now none of us are really in places of power at the moment.
Mm.
Speaking like sort of the system, yeah. And because of that, yeah, I would say that the best thing you can do now, because you see the way that black people are overly criminalized. in like the media and stuff like that, and how principles about if a black person was to crack you in the line because of the way that they're already portrayed, would like things like that will start to build up a sort of hate and make you become racist. Like no one's born racist. What you have to do at this point is you see like ground racism, as in people like individual people being racist.
Yeah.
Educate people before they become racist, so that they're already anti-racist, so that they don't have the chance to be brainwashed into becoming racist. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to from the beginning, you have to be educating. You have to be educating people straight up, saying this is what's going on. Yeah.
In talking on that, yeah, doesn't that come down to like the education system in a way, and the media?
That's down to the
And
parents,
that,
bro.
that in
Exactly.
itself, the education system and the media, that's so big and so vast that like again, it doesn't even become ground racism anymore.
I hate still.
Yeah. So what I was saying is, when it comes to like individual racist people that are racist to me, for example, or to black people, I personally, I don't have the patience to like be, or when they say I need to educate them, I don't have the patience to be like, why do I need to educate you, or even to just take the racism. Like I will probably myself get angry, and it's probably something I need to work on, and I commend people that do have the patience.
Getting angry, it's like they want us to get angry, fam. They want us to live that picture.
Yeah, that's what they
something
want.
that happens in their head,
Yeah.
and they want us to do that.
You know what it is though. Yeah? It's their parents who are supposed to educate them, the people they grow up around. Yeah? They're supposed to educate them. So it's like we're cleaning up for them. Like,
well, and the sad thing is, we definitely can't rely on people's family, because have you seen the stuff going around on social media about like white, like people our age, and they're listening to their racist parents' views and they're trying to educate them and they're just not having it.
You see what that's my next point. You see what I mean? So because the school system got educated them, so actual education they're going to for 6 hours a day, that ain't teaching them nothing about it. Yeah. And then the media is teaching them the exact opposite of what we want to teach them. So we have to use our platforms that we already have on social media, for example. That's the most powerful thing. But I've learned a lot more from social media than I've learned.
Me too.
It's like, oh, have you man seen there was the post on Sky News, I think it was, where they were like, at first the protests were peaceful, and then it was white people holding the cards. Then soon they became violent, and it was just a bunch of black people.
Yeah.
It's little things like that.
I was at the protest, yeah. Out of all the peaceful protesting we did, all the sitting down, all the chanting, everything we did for at least, when was it? From like, I left at 9, so let's say 8 hours, yeah. All that 8 hours, when I typed in protest when I came home, all I saw was that one picture of the one black the police officer. That's all I've seen. And I was at the protest. I didn't even see that happen. I didn't even see
The
that
media
happen.
is evil.
So the one bad thing that happened out of all the peacefulness that was there, we went up to Buckingham Palace. We went to Buckingham Palace. Whole load of police came running. We're at the front of Buckingham Palace protesting there. We're just chilling there, speaking to police officers, whatever. All of it, all of the peacefulness we did, they didn't want to record none of that. They want to get none of that. They just paint the image of black people once again being.
Yeah, one thing I want to say though, how do you man feel about people beefing the police, fam? Like there's bare videos out of people just going there roasting police, just causing trouble with police.
I can't support that. I can't support that.
I am not for that.
No,
blood.
I can't support that.
That's disgusting to me, man. That's disgusting. Because you're creating more people to hate you, fam. You know what I'm saying? You're turning people that don't hate you into haters.
People that hate you.
You know what I'm saying?
Not even on a race thing, just because.
Yeah, but more time, we need to separate those people from actual protesters.
Yeah.
Like, there's actually people actually protesting. There's people actually out there just trying to cause trouble and havoc, and they're not to do with our movement at all. Like, we need to separate those kind of people. That's what the media is doing. The same way how the media is saying, "Oh, protesters turned savage and now looting stores." But more time, they're just looters. They aren't the protesters.
Let me talk on looting. Looting was a disgusting thing to happen, fam. Looting was a disgusting thing to happen, fam. No, that should never have happened, fam. Because bro, you're giving them a reason. You're actually giving them a reason. You know what I'm saying?
The exact thing.
I don't know whose idea that was. There's obviously things going around about police starting them like in undercover.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you man believe that.
Like I'm not gonna comment on that because I don't know how true that is. But I'm gonna say, bro, that is disgusting. That's not the way, fam. because people are fully justifying it by saying, "Oh no, it's the anger of 400 years." I
Nah,
get that. You know what I'm saying? I get that. I get that you're angry, yeah,
I
but
hear
that
that.
that right there, that right there is not the way to go, fam. Like no way, fam.
It's like how you can't. Oh, what was I gonna say? It's like how when they done the whole slavery thing, when that like started off, and they were saying they were doing it. Well, some people that were doing it like way, way, way back. Obviously, they were saying they were doing it, and it was almost like it was justified by their religion and whatnot. And obviously, that's blasphemy, innit? You can't
Yeah,
do that. The same way you can't just start smashing up shit and saying, "Oh no, it's because it's all the pent up rage." Like
yeah.
there's other
Nah, man.
ways.
There's
That's
no excuse for that.
do you know what it is? You know what it is, and they don't realize, yeah, the exact that they're trying to end systemic racism and oppression, all this thing. The exact thing they're trying to destroy, they're fueling it again because
Mm,
Mm.
things like Jim Crow, from way back, we've always been like black people have always been painted as savages and like subhuman. You know what I mean? And then you're out
Mm.
going out there being animalistic, smashing up things, looting things. Like that's exactly what they want you to do.
It's
That's
silly,
exactly
man.
the thing you were from. It's terrible, man. Do not complete opposite of what you're supposed to do.
in saying that, just kind of playing devil's advocate. If like all of the protests everywhere were completely peaceful, there was no rioting, there was no
Yeah,
looting. Do you think
yeah.
as much progress, like in terms of like the arrests of some of the officers, would have taken place?
Um,
I say,
Because I don't.
yeah. In terms of just if we're talking just the arrests, yeah, because
yeah.
I've seen there's not many people on the side of the officers. That's one thing that I've actually seen. They're more so against BLM because of like the looting and stuff. Like I haven't seen anyone like supporting the officers being they're calm, like all this and
yeah.
all that. That's one thing I can actually say though. But
Literally all that.
in terms of in terms of these peaceful process, yeah. One thing I want to say to black people everywhere, yeah, is we need some sort of leader, bro. Like
Yeah,
we need some
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
and not just
direction,
a celebrity or a singer.
bro.
Like
That's
I
what I'm saying.
mean,
We need
Mm.
someone outspoken to really direct us and tell us what we are doing next, fam.
I
Because
suggest
we
I'd
are
say
so many
suggest a
people.
different
We are so many people because I feel like obviously I didn't go to the protest, but I feel like if you go to the protest and ask different people what they want out of this protest, what they want out of this, out of that, yeah, then you get so many different
Yeah,
answers.
you get different
I'm saying
answers.
you get some people saying, "Oh, no, we're here for this. You know, we're here so the officers can get charged. We're here for justice. We're here for equal opportunities for black people. You know what I'm saying? We're here for new laws protecting black people. We're here for change to police laws. You know what I'm saying? There's different things that people would say. We're not united enough. That's one thing I see about us. That's one thing I see in our movement. That's why earlier I mentioned that we will never all be happy because we don't know what we want. Like I can say that straight up. We don't know what we want. We need to sit together as a people and decide what we want. Because once you know what you want, then you can go around doing what it takes to get it from. Because
yeah,
right now, with these protests, yeah, and us not asking for it, let me tell you, if I'm government or if I'm in opposition to this like Black Lives Matter thing, I'm ignoring it. I'm leaving
Yeah.
it. Because these protests are gonna end one day. You know what I'm saying? The protests are only going on this strong because of Corona. You know what I'm saying? Because we're on lockdown. That's the only reason the protests are going this
Yeah,
strong. One thing I can say is once you get that leader, once you get that person with the direction, and once you get unified in like an ideology or one thing that you actually want to do, that's when we can
Yeah.
start taking proper action towards it. Because the most powerful thing right now is boycotting, fam.
Yeah.
The most
Yeah.
powerful
yeah.
thing
We
Yeah.
need to
is
support our
the
black
most
Mm.
businesses,
powerful
bro.
thing is boycott.
yeah,
That's
We
and
need to
that's how
support
it
our
is.
black
Because
businesses, bro.
I read somewhere or heard somewhere. I forgot. I wish I could have searched
Nah,
up the actual
are you talking about
statistics.
the buses?
The what?
The buses. You talking about the buses?
Nah, not even.
Oh,
Speak on that after though. But
alright.
one thing. Nah, because I must have heard this somewhere. Is I wish I searched up the actual statistics before this. But what it was, yeah, is that when it comes to like the spending power in America
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
the amount of money that's moving around, yeah.
yeah.
When you see, I think it was about half of the money that moves around in America, like of like purchases of like things like clothes or this or that or whatever, you know, like things that of non-essential things. When it comes to spend of non-essential things, about 50% of it is of black people, fam. Like the population of black
That's
people is
powerful.
nowhere near No, and we do not even own
That's what
50%.
I'm saying.
We don't even own
Bro.
50% of the wealth. We just spend 50% of the spending power, and that 50% is the economy, fam. You know what white people care about? Their economy, fam. You know what I'm
More than
saying?
anything.
We have the power to boycott, and especially now that we have white people on our side, we have more support than ever. Gee, boycotting would be strong. I don't know how you're gonna do it.
Especially
I don't
now
know whether
that
I don't
stores
know.
are starting to open, fam. Especially now that they're just starting to open, we can't even work even better, bro. Even
That's what
better.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, if you can find a way to stop everyone from going to certain stores, like let's say a certain store is connected to the government somewhere. If you can stop everyone from shopping there, then bro, that's when they'll start moving. They'll start shaking because
That's
money is not moving
Mm.
around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the reason why they're trying to escape lockdown so fast. Because the economy is not moving. That's why they want people out and about spending money. They don't care about the virus anymore.
You know what?
You think the Rona's gone, fam? There's no way. It's just that they need people out earning money so that people can go around spending
And
money, fam.
spend it exactly,
That's
fam.
what it is. So if we can be powerful with how we spend our money and how we keep our money, then we will be able to control stuff. You know what I'm saying, man? That's why for now, look, supporting black business is expensive. You know what I'm saying? Some of us spend our we sell our stuff quite expensive. You know what I'm saying? But if it's taking that loss now so that your kids can have a better future, so that you can actually put pressure on the government to actually make changes now, then it's something that we have to be doing, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because bro,
I
because
definitely think
we have
we
control
need
of
a
the economy.
leader
Yeah, that's what I'm
because
saying.
I
Because
can't like if it's just a little trend on Twitter, I can't even promise myself that I'll listen to the trend like indefinitely. But if
Yeah.
it was a clear leader that said this is why we're doing it, this is what we're doing, then I would. So I agree. We need.
because
I definitely need.
we'll have to quote Malcolm X and we have to quote MLK because they were powerful guys, but they were guys with a vision. You know what I'm saying? They were civil rights activists because they knew what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? They knew who they had to go through to get it. That's what we need, fam. We need to decide what we actually want from these people, what we want from the government. Because right now the government can just sit there. You know what I'm saying? They can just sit there knowing that we're not really asking for anything. Once we've set that down, we can do exactly what it takes to get it, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we're just gonna make all this noise and then we're just gonna go back to bed again, fam. We're just gonna go
You
back
know
to work.
what? You know what? I spoke to a girl about this the other day. Actually, she was speaking to me, and her name's Annabelle. Innit? She was talking to me about how
Shout out to Annabelle.
shout out to Annabelle. She was talking to me about how fucking basically what she said to me is she doesn't condone the rioting and everything. She's like, how do I feel about rioting and all of this? And I said, yeah, I don't really support it, but they're not gonna listen to me, obviously. And she was like, do you know what I mean? I said, what? And she said, we need strategy. Because right now everyone's just talking, everyone's out there protesting, we're holding our signs up, where people are looting them, we're doing whatever, yeah. We're going and chanting, but what are we actually doing? Like we have no clear strategy. We're not
We're
actually
not getting anywhere.
exactly
We're
because
not getting anywhere, man.
give it a month. Give it a month. The protest will stop in a month. They'll be done.
Bro, month. I'm talking a couple of weeks, fam.
100.
Like,
I'm talking a couple
bro,
of weeks, fam.
like, and another thing is what they did in I think it was it Minneapolis. Oh, I can't even speak.
Minneapolis.
Take four.
I think
Lambert.
I think it was Minneapolis, yeah, where they did
Minneapolis, bro.
they looted Target, but they're doing it the wrong way. They looted Target because Target, the family that owns I think that Target store or Target as a whole provides extra funding for the Minneapolis police department. So
Amen. Yeah.
they went and looted Target. But that's not the way to go about it. What is better for them to do? Let Target open. Everyone in this city supporting the movement, boycott it. Just don't shop them. Just don't go.
Yeah,
That's
leave them. But yeah, because when you're looting them, you're giving them the insurance money, fam.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just don't go there. Just don't go there. Stop going to Target.
That's what I'm saying. Gee, we
Just
need to
stop going.
identify where we are stopping shopping and stop shopping there, fam.
Find,
That's
find
Yeah,
out.
it.
100.
They
Find out
will
who's
be
simple,
shaking,
bro.
fam. They will actually be shaking.
Find out who's
Simple.
pushing this systemic racism, yeah, and just stop going there. Wherever shops are supporting it, stop going there.
Fam. That's
Because
what I'm
Rose,
saying.
when Rose,
Look
Oh
now
yeah,
who is
because
not saying
remember,
shit.
do you remember that story with the gay pride thing? I think it was it Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
It was
Chick-fil-A, yeah,
Oh
Man,
Chick-fil-A,
man.
they didn't go there.
gay boycotted the
Chick-fil-A.
gift.
I did more than not go there, fam. Because Chick-fil-A is not there anymore. I was so upset, fam. Because bro,
Exactly.
let me even take everyone on the story.
Yeah, explain the story. Explain the story.
See, we must have gone to America last year, yeah. I went to every restaurant, fam. Popeyes, American Burger King. Let me tell you, American Burger King is nice, fam. We went to McDonald's there, we went to everything. You know what one shop I didn't go to, fam? man didn't go to Chick-fil-A. There was none anywhere. So man must have been sitting around in October, yeah. October times, I must have heard that there's a Chick-fil-A in England, fam. So I'm like, yeah, amen. Like, damn. Gee, I search it up here, but tell me why the thing's been open for a month and it's already scheduled to close.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It
I've
was
seen
already
that.
scheduled to close in February, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently, Chick-fil-A must donate to some other companies or other charities who do not support gay rights, fam. Obviously, the gay rights people, they got it shut down in a month.
So
They're about it.
That's what
Serious.
that's what I'm saying. Chick-fil-A has no history. They have no future in the UK anymore. They don't plan on coming back, fam.
exactly
Because of how quick they got shut down, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The complaints. That's how it is. When you know what you want, see how quick you can get stuff done. Because because this was in Reading, fam. Like, gee, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, with the amount of support we have now, if we can decide what we want, we can get this done quickly. We can get certain places locked off.
that we don't even need to protest like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
The process is nice, yeah, but the process is more for a thing for once you've decided what you want and it's not getting done. That's what a protest is for. Fam.
Yeah.
But the same thing happened with that's the same thing with Rosa Parks. I
Yo,
seen it the other day as well. With
The Rosa Parks thing.
yeah, with the Rosa Parks thing, because of that, yeah, they boycotted buses. The American bus system. All black people, well, not all, but the majority of black people,
Yeah.
for 381 days, they boycotted the American bus.
You don't walk together. They actually all walk together.
They walked, they carpooled anything.
Car shared, yeah.
Like, right, going this way. They'll get to a certain place and just walk the rest of them. 381 days. That's how disciplined they were, fam. Literally,
It's all about discipline, man.
in a collective can come
Bro,
together of that
discipline.
We'll get so much change.
Because there's enough black people out there that even if we had a leader and the leader said it, they'll be like, I don't care about that, man.
That's what I'm saying, fam. They'll wait for
Honestly.
other people to wait until everyone's doing it, then they'll do it, fam.
I can't remember the exact statistic here, but there was something like I think it was Benz's, Mercedes Benz's in USA. Dr. Umar, shout out to Dr. Umar. He was talking about it in one thing I was reading there. Well, not reading, listening to you, and he said that I think the majority, probably touching not just about 50 or 40%, yeah, the majority of spending, as in the people that buy BMWs, is black people. But then when it comes to the actual, like, the amount of their salary intake, as in the money they're earning, it doesn't match up. So they're spending more on Benzes, but they don't have enough money in their account to
That's
spend
the thing, yeah.
That's
That's what I'm saying. We spend the most on
things they don't need to be buying.
We spend the most on non-essential things, but we're not even getting that money like that, fam. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that's crazy, man. But yeah, that's what I'm saying when it comes to next steps, man. Next steps is all about boycotting. It's all about deciding what we want. It's all about strategy, fam. Because one place that I saw that we lack strategy, I can't lie. I don't know if you man was supporting this day, but for me, I was heavily critical of Blackout Tuesday. I cannot lie.
I deleted Insta. I just deleted Insta for the day.
I was heavily critical of it, and it was beautiful what we tried to do. You know what I'm saying? Because my Instagram was shut down. I cannot lie. I follow so many black people. I didn't see a single meme that day. Like, bro,
I remember Prince calling me saying, "Go on Instagram." I was like, "What's going on Instagram?" Go on Instagram. So nothing but black. I didn't need to be on dark mode anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was beautiful what we tried to do. I mean, okay, even what we tried to do, I feel like we could have done it a bit better because the objective was to shut down Instagram. I don't see why that means that everyone posts it once. I feel like if we're really trying to shut down Instagram, we should post it like 5-6 times at least.
But
some people
get
did.
rid of it.
The point.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I can't because I only ever seen it
point.
post it once. But anyway, but above that, I was critical about Blackout Tuesday because why are we posting a black screen, fam? We could have used this time to post an inspirational quote. We could have used this time to post a video, a poster, something graphic for people to like. Yeah, you could have posted one graphic scene so everyone like so it's unavoidable. Like, you're on Instagram, you're seeing this graphic thing, like it's scaring you. This that. I was not about the whole black screen thing because what is that learning? Because they're saying, "Oh, take this time out to learn this." Well, I found out about the whole because I only found out about the reason for Blackout Tuesday a couple hours after it started, fam. Yeah, I had to go. I had to go out of my way to ask people, "Oh, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?" until finally someone sent me the poster of why we're doing this. I
Yeah.
feel like if anything, we could have even just sent out the poster. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what?
That's
Why,
the
why
thing,
just
yeah.
be sending the
You know
black
what?
screen? Because most of the people who were posting it,
It's
they
a
didn't
trend,
know why
innit?
they were doing it.
That's what
You
I'm
know what I'm
saying.
saying?
I
They were
was
doing
like,
it because
not
it
even
was.
them told Prince. I was like 3 people.
That-
They had no idea what. One of them even
That's
said,
what I'm saying.
"Oh,
They
just."
had no
One of
idea
them
what I
said,
was
"Oh,
doing.
because it's the movement." I was like, "What's the
Oh
movement?
God!
What's like?"
That was
I was
a
like,
lot.
"Dude,
Of,
like,
Survive.
explain to me what you're doing."
That's what I'm
Survive.
saying. Black people
You
are
know
so
what?
good
You
at
know,
doing things, and we're so good at getting other people to do things, but we don't have the strategy of why we are doing it.
do you know?
Because,
Do you know
bro,
what it was? Do you know what it was meant to be for? Actually, because I've seen the post. It was supposed to be what people are supposed to do. Yeah, you post a black screen, and then you're supposed to post a poster that says what you're supposed to do. And what you're supposed to do is take your time out to look into some black
Black
history,
history, yeah.
educate other people, and then support local black businesses in your area. Not even in your area, anywhere. Just support local black
And,
businesses. That's what you're supposed to do.
it was more than that. You were meant to not go on YouTube. You were meant to not watch Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
meant to not
you're
listen to
meant to be
music.
off
Stop
social.
social media.
We're meant to stop social
You
media.
were meant to not be on social media, fam. But
And
people
then
will
and then
post their black screen and then go and just live life
no,
normally, fam.
yeah,
no,
and post a
no.
next picture, you know.
Post
Fam,
black
People
green.
post
Like,
people post a black
like,
screen
done my
on
bit.
Snapchat,
Time
yeah.
to pay the bills.
Bro,
fam.
people
That's
post
crazy,
black
man.
screen on Snapchat,
I
yeah.
was so critical of this day because we could have done so much more. We could have achieved so much that day,
Literally.
man.
Yeah,
If you
that's
But
what
want
I
I'm
to
gonna
get
just,
continue.
people, if you want to educate people, go and tell them what to get educated on. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because
But you
if
know
you
what
tell
it
someone,
is? I feel like
if you tell, yeah, go.
I feel like it started off that way. I feel like it started off strong, but you know, like Chinese whispers, it just got to the end where people just lost like why we even
The
doing the black
meaning,
screen and
wow.
the
well,
poster.
do you know what I think it was?
Word.
Yeah, a lot of people just saw, like a lot of non-black people, even some black people that they weren't really reposting about anything or saying much. They just saw it as an opportunity to like dash a little something, so no one can tell them nothing later. You know what I mean? So they can say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I participated in Blackout Tuesday." That's what I personally think.
Yeah,
But yeah.
You know what, yeah. You know what, yeah. What people were doing, they just posted it, yeah. And then I'll see someone post it on Snapchat. The next thing on their story will just be a meme. Like what you're supposed to do,
Oh,
is to lock it off completely. Like nothing, bro. You're supposed to lock it off completely. That's the whole point of it. You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to. He said stop music streams for the day. That's why on SoundCloud they like scribbled out the names of all the songs and that. Like everything was like
yeah.
scribbled out.
Is it?
even
I didn't even see
Spotify,
that.
yeah,
Everything.
Spotify did the same thing. They did the
Spotify
same
blacked out
thing.
all their things.
Yeah,
Like except for the Black Lives Matter playlist, they blacked out everything else. Like literally
I didn't know that.
everything. Nah, Spotify blacked out everything
yeah,
except for
Spotify. Yeah, I
the
told about Spotify. Don't
I
Black
worry.
didn't
Lives
watch
Matter.
Reddit
YouTube
went
for the
dark.
day. I can't lie, and I wanted to. From there's a couple videos man was trying to watch, but I avoided YouTube for the day.
Oh, I swear. No, I was on YouTube, man. Can't lie.
Yeah, another thing, people don't have the discipline to do it. Like it's like they
Yeah,
can't be bothered. You know what I mean? Like if we could actually be bothered, yeah, people could have actually done it. But I've seen people do it, yeah, post it, then later on it's like to be
yeah.
honest, can't be
That's one of the
then just
cons of this
turn on their
generation
PS4,
as
go
well.
on Netflix. Like, bro, we weren't supposed to watch YouTube or nothing, but people just gave
No,
up
by the
because
time it got to me,
it's
I didn't even
long.
know that we had to cut like everything off. Everyone was
Yeah, at the
going, "Oh,
same
you have
time,
to
some
go
people
to
even know
Netflix."
that was the plan.
Like,
Innit?
yeah,
YouTube and Netflix were supposed to be cut off completely. No one's supposed to watch anything on Spotify, and all music streams were supposed to be stopped for the day, just for that one day.
Yeah,
People just couldn't be bothered. That's the thing. You need
exactly.
discipline as well. People just actually can't be bothered
Can't
sometimes.
give up one day for a lifetime of change. You just can't do it.
That's what I'm
bro.
saying.
For a
People can't be
lifetime
bothered.
of change. Yeah, that was my beef for Blackout Tuesday. We could have done so much more. And even when it comes to go educate yourself, bro. What are you gonna go? What are you gonna go learn? Because
Ain't
the main
nobody,
thing,
yeah, ain't
the
nobody
main
gonna
thing,
educate
them.
themselves.
the
Put the
main
thing
thing.
on there, if at least.
That's what I'm
Put
saying. Go
where
give me
to
something
go.
to learn. Because the main thing that people will just go search up. Oh, let me go read MLK. Let me go read up on Malcolm X. Let me go research Harriet Tubman. Let me go research Rosa Parks. After that, what?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying, fam? Like,
I don't even
bro,
see why they told him to go learn about Black history. I think they should have told him to go look up in like Black injustices and stuff like that.
Yeah,
bro, you
Do
should give me what to learn about. You know what I'm saying, bro? Make the whole of my Instagram feed the whole curriculum, fam. That's what
honestly,
I want.
you have to.
I want you to force me to see this and force me to see that.
you know what? There's this girl, a good friend of mine called Kalana. She did the exact same thing on what was it, Blackout Tuesday. She
Shout out to
posted
Kalana.
bare books. Yeah, shout out to Kalana. She posted bare books of just Black history, Black slavery, Black mindset.
That's it.
All of
That's
that.
what we were meant
Now,
to be
see,
doing, bro.
that is what we should be doing.
That's what we
we
were meant to be doing, bro.
not just a black screen. Educate the people. Like let us do something with that. A black screen, what's that really doing? Some people don't even know what it was for.
Honestly,
Have you seen the numbers where it's like 26 million people posted on Blackout Tuesday, the Black Screen, and the hashtag Blackout Tuesday, but then only 12 million have signed the petition for George Floyd
yeah,
to get put in jail. So I mean, it doesn't require enough effort. They should have said they should have said Blackout Tuesday, and then they should have or not they should have come up with different names for it, and they should have made it. What you have to do, you have to post at least one thing educating people about something to do with Black history.
Honestly, we could have done so much more.
Black anything.
We could have done so much more.
They
I
could
think,
have
I
done.
think that was an opportunity for us to show people. Obviously, they're going to be seeing the injustices every day, but when we have the spotlight like that, it will definitely reach them. You know what I mean? If it even
We have the
tries.
spotlight now, man. We need to do something with it.
Because you know what? Everyone's in lockdown. Everyone's on their phones. Like
That's what I'm saying, G. People actually have time to read up.
10 to 12 hours a day. You know, people on their phone. So
If you want to convince people to boycott this, don't go to your jobs, all that crap, you do it now. Because the moment that this thing goes off, if I'm honest, if no one's doing anything, I'm going back to work, mate.
No cap.
Going back to work, I'm paying my bills, and this whole thing's probably going to blow over, fam. I don't want that to happen. But this goes back to what you were saying before, innit? We need a leader.
What we need is strategy and discipline, fam.
It's strategy and discipline, man. But Tuesday, that's all my topics for today, fam. If anyone wants to bring anything up.
I think we've been concise.
I can't lie. This is a very good podcast. I like this video.
It was beautiful.
That's
It's
honestly.
really good.
Honestly, man. But yeah, so if we're done, what should we just round it up?
Yeah.
Because I can't lie, I got work in an hour and a half. I ain't slept.
I was meant to be working out.
But I got mine in just before this.
I
So.
don't know how I'm staying up till 5 a.m. But
Apparently, I love like now.
Listen, the faith to help you, the faith to help you the night story.
I did not hear one word they said.
I thought it was just me. Because, bro,
Thank God to be.
I can't lie.
I
Or
would've
been
sat
like
there
that
and
for
gone,
gossip some of the
David's been
podcasts still.
speaking too much facts. The government's trying to hold him down.
they're trying to hack into this thing.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Man, watch out, none of them trying to join our call, fam.
Trying to.
Just
Where have
spitting.
you been here, fam?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we can introduce ourselves now. Like, you know what I'm saying? End of episodes. Okay, if you've been hearing my voice, I'm Prince in it. That's me. Everyone, just say your name in it. Do what you want.
Everybody at the same time.
Prince.
Shut up. All the girls
Andrew.
are here for me. They know about
I'm
TP,
the anti-coon.
Dr. Kamal Johnson.
I'm Aaron.
That's what I'm saying, Aaron. Yes, okay, calm. I was waiting for him to say it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, next episode. Gee, you might can wait till next episode, fam. I'm about to tell you.
When it comes out, it comes out, man.
It comes out.
If we do it again.
Exactly. If it's there, it's there.
They'll be there.
We'll see you.
Anyway,
Click it when
yeah,
you see it.
this was Project Noir, man. All right, resident French, please tell us how to say it.
Hey, I've been saying it right, man. Hey, don't worry about me, man. Don't worry about me. I'm saying it right, man.
Project Noir.
I said
Noir.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Project
Worry. We're violating our own name, fam. All right, you do it so no one else can, fam. You do it so no one else can.
Exactly.
Fuck you, man. Anyway, yeah, I think that's us, man. Thanks for listening, still. Like, you didn't have to, but you did. Anyway, I'll be publishing the exam next week, so make sure you listen to everything.
Surprise quiz and that.
If you fail, you're racist or you're
Yeah, you saw your racist still.
Top scorer in the exam, Andrew could give them some money. Andrew, you're fixing that. You're fixing that bike.
Give away.
Good at French lessons.
Oh,
Top scorer gets a bike from Andrew.
what's it up?
the bike. Fucking hell.
My grandmother had.
Fucking, I need that bike still. Yeah, but I was just wasting your time with this. You might as well call.
Yeah, I don't know why you're saying yeah, I can't lie.
You say, if it was me, I would have cut time.
No,
That's
no,
what I'm saying. I know I wasn't listening this long.
We need to make bloopers, fam.
Well, should we make mistakes now then? I re-say some of the things you've said, but then just make a mistake.
Aaron, so many have to listen.
I was gonna say it. I was
Alright, let me go sleep, man. Now this, bro. That was wasting my time. Anyway, man. Yeah, I'm ending the recording now. So yeah, safe everyone. Thanks for listening. I hope you're in touch.
Love.
Sorry, man. That's in touch, like.
Whoa. I'm out.
What is going on?
Bless up,
I hope what we said is touched you like a good way. Anyway.